Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. It's a girl blessing, and in this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make this trendy crisscross bubu or a front twist bubu. If this sounds like what you like to learn, let's go right into the video. So this is the pattern paper we are going to be using, and for the back piece is going to be on fold. We are going to be drafting the back piece first, because that is what we're going to use to draft the front. So for the neck depth and the neck width, I marked 1 inch for the neck width, neck depth, and for neck width I marked 3 inches. Okay, then from the center back I'm going to measure my shoulder measurement, that's the shoulder to shoulder or your back measurement, whichever you understand. Then from the shoulder measurement I extended it by 14 inches for the sleeve length. Then from that part I'm going to come down by 10 inches for the arm opening. Okay, so from there I'll come down by 1.5 inches for our shoulder slant. So when connecting your shoulder slant, please connect to the neckline and not to the shoulder point. Okay, so now I'm going to measure the full length of this top. Okay, for me I want to use 30 inches. All right, I marked 30 inches for the length of the top. If you want it longer, then you can use your desired length. So from that 30 inches I'm going to measure my hip measurement divided by 4. Okay, whatever I have I'll mark it. Then I added extra 5 inches for ease. Okay, so whatever I have at that hem line, I'm going to come to the line where I have the sleeve opening. I'm going to mark the same measurement that I have at the hem line. Then I'm going to connect on a straight line to the arm opening like so. Then I'll go right to the hem and connect with a straight line like so. Okay, so after connecting I'll use my French curve to make it a curve like this. Okay, because you don't want a pointy or a curved armhole, so you make it curved like so. Then I'll connect the hem like this. Okay, so this is me just trying to make the line more straight. So this is basically what we need for the back piece. I'm going to connect the arm opening like so. All right, so after connecting I'm going to label this as our back piece. All right, so this is basically what we need for the back piece. So I'll go ahead and cut out the neckline. Please watch closely so I can know the parts to cut and the parts not to cut. So I'm going to go ahead to cut the shoulder slant. Then I'll cut the arm opening, then the sides. All right, so if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for always coming back, and I sincerely do appreciate that. Okay, so this is what we have for the back piece, and this is the fabric we are going to be using. It's a light chiffon fabric. Okay, and totally I think I used about 3 yards of this fabric for the top, though I have little fabric that was remaining at the end. So we are going to fold the fabric into 2 like this. Don't forget the center back is going to be on fold. Okay, so after folding you are going to place your pattern on it like so. Then you ensure everywhere is perfectly placed, and we are going to be holding it down with our pins to ensure that no part will be shaky while we are cutting. So we are going to go ahead and do the cutting. Okay, so while cutting you are going to be adding ½ inch allowance to all the sides, your side, the arm opening, the shoulder, and also the neckline. Then the hem, you are going to be adding your sewing allowances. Okay, So after I was done, this is the hem. I'm going to just trim off the selvage end that we have there, then we'll leave the remaining part as our sewing allowance. That's for folding the hem. Alright, this is what we have for the back piece. So I'm just going to move to the floor because the table is quite small for the length of the front, because the front is going to be a bit long. So I'm going to move right to the floor. So this is where I'm going ahead to cut the neckline. Okay, so just cut the back piece exactly the way you have the pattern. Alright, and don't forget to add your sewing allowance. Okay, so this is me removing the pins that was used to secure the pattern paper on the fabric, and right now we are on the floor. Okay, so this is just so I can have more space to cut the front piece with ease. Okay, so I place the back piece, that's the back pattern, on the fabric. Note the fabric is on fold, so we have two of it, though no part of the front piece is going to be on fold, but I folded the fabric into two just so we can have two pieces. So now we are going to locate the midpoint of that pattern. Okay, and I have marked that over there. From that midpoint, I'll measure forward by the length of our top, which is 30 inches. That is what I have marked over there. I'm sorry, the camera is a bit shaky. Alright, so from there I'm going to ensure I have the same measurement for what we have from the midpoint to the hem. Okay, so I'm ensuring we have the same measurement from the midpoint to the hem. Okay, so I'll connect with a straight line like so. Okay, so after that I'm going to mark out our neck depth. Okay, so marking from one inch away from the neck depth. You know, we already marked out 1 inch for the back, so the neck depth for the front now is 7 inches. Okay, so from that 7 inches I'll mark and connect to the neck width we have. You know, the neck width we have is 3 inches, don't forget. So from that neckline, the depth of that neckline, I will connect with a curve like this and blend into the straight line that we have. I will take that again. From the neck depth, which is 7 inches, I connected with a curved line into the straight line that we have already. The straight line that is coming for the center part. This is it. You can see the curve with that blue chalk over there. Okay, by the time I cut out, you will understand better how the curve looks like. So now it's time to cut out what we have marked out on the fabric. Okay, so that is the straight line that we have, and moving on to the curved part, which extends to the neck depth of the front piece and also to the neck width. You can see what we have. So I'll go ahead and cut the shoulder part. Okay, guys, you can see what I am going through to make a tutorial for you. I have to bend down and ensure I get this right for you guys. So please don't forget to give this video a giant thumbs up. Alright, and make your comments. Okay, just say something about the video. I will really appreciate that. Okay, so don't forget to add all your seam allowances just the way you see me do. For the end part, I also cut out the selvage then I'll leave about 1 to half an inch or half an inch to 1 inch allowance for folding the hem of the top. Alright, so this is basically what it looks like. Alright, so you can take a good look at it. This is how yours should look like by the time you cut out. So back to the table. I actually spent like 3 days on this top, okay, just because I want to make sure there is light and I'm able to capture this well for you guys to see. So that's the back piece, which I already placed first. Then now I'm placing the front piece on it, okay, with the right side facing each other. Okay, that's, you place them shoulder to shoulder. All right, so this is me just pinning the shoulder line, okay, so that we can go ahead to sew the shoulder for the both piece to come as one. Alright, so this fabric is a bit light, so you just have to be extra careful. So I'll go ahead and sew the shoulder line. So after sewing the shoulder line, I'll also sew the side. Okay, this is the side of it, from your arm opening to the underarm down to the hem of the top. Okay, so I'll go ahead and sew. After sewing, this is what we have. I've turned it inside out, I've sewn it, and I also sewn the side. So when you sew the side, don't forget to cut the underarm area because it is curved. Okay, so it will help you relax. So this is the hem of the top all together. The front piece is going to be very long because of the extension we have. All right, so go ahead and fold now. That extension is what is going to serve as the collar for the top. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and fold this way all the way around the hem of the top. So after folding, this is what we have. Everything is already coming together and it's about to make sense. So we are at the point, or at the part where the tutorial is actually more serious, so please pay good attention. Like I said earlier, this is the underarm. You know that part is a bit curved, so don't forget to notch. Give it some notch so that it will help the underarm to relax. Okay, so this is what we have. So now we are going to be having two parts at the front. Okay, that's two pieces at the front, left and right. So you pick the left one, okay, and cross it to the right shoulder. You can see what I have done. Then you pick the right one and cross it with the right face facing you. Then you cross it to the left shoulder. I'll repeat that again for proper understanding. The left, pick it and drop it on the right shoulder. Then the right, and pick it and drop it on the left shoulder. Then you clap together like so. Okay, you know the right part is facing you, so the right part will clap facing each other. Then you go ahead and sew down. All right, so after sewing down, this is what we have. That center part has been sewn. Then you fold it together like so. After folding, you take it to the neck area. Okay, for the back neck, I have created a notch at the center back. Okay, so that is where that joining will be placed. So this is how you take it to the back. Okay, you see the way I've carried it to the back. Then you pick the collar, then you also pick the neckline. Okay, ensure the joining is attached to the center of the back. So now you start picking the collar, then you pick the neckline and you pin down. Okay, so you start tracing what you have folded into two, which is a collar. So you keep folding, right? Then you pick the collar and also the neckline. You start following it down to the front like so. Then you pin down. So this is how you keep pinning till you get to the center front, where it's looking like you almost don't have what to hold again. Okay, well, by the time you have about 1 or 2 inches before the curve, or before that folded part or that crossed part, you can stop there. Okay, then you go to the other side as well. You start picking the collar and the neckline together and you pin. Okay, because as you pin is how you are going to sew it down with your machine. Okay, so you start following it down like so. You pick the collar, then the neckline, and you pin. Okay, so just do this with patience and go ahead and sew around. Okay, so I discovered we still have a little space at that lower end. That's why I'm going back there to pin down. So the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead and sew it round, just the way we pin. So after sewing, this is what we have, guys. You can see how beautiful this is looking already on the table. I'm going to try and put this on the shirt I'm wearing just to see the final look on me. Okay, so this is what we have. I hope you have learned something today. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment. This means a lot to me, guys. So this is how you place the collar. The neckline can be folded, then the chest area you can open up the collar. You can open it up and make it flat on you. Don't forget to weave the neckline as well. So this is it, guys. You can see how beautiful it is looking. I'm just so excited of the outcome. Okay, already while I was making this, I plan of making another one for a client. Okay, you can see how beautiful it is. You can rock it whichever way you want, sitting pretty. All right, you can see how it is. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.